Have you ever wondered why your incredible offer is not flying off the digital shelf when you put it out there during launch time? If you relate to that question, stay tuned because I'm going to ask you 3 questions to make sure that your offer is actually an irresistible one. Hi, I'm Coach Katie Collins, and I'm here today to help you uncover the sales blockers that are preventing you from having the success that you desire. So, the first thing I want to talk about is what is an irresistible offer? Well, an irresistible offer is one that your audience wants to buy. What makes it irresistible? It's going to solve a problem that your audience has, number one, wants to resolve, number two, and wants to resolve it right now, number three. If you have those pieces in place with your offer, then you're off to a good start. That's what's going to make it irresistible. But I've got 3 questions for you to discover if your offer is actually going to fly off the shelf or not, or if it hasn't already, you're going to figure out why. Number one, are you even clear about your offer? So I can't tell you how many times I will help a client craft their offer or go through their pitch and their pitch deck, and they're still really unclear about the program itself. They're unclear about the transformation that's being offered, and they can't sum it up in a quick sentence, right? Like, I'm going to help you get better at sales, get out of pain, find a relationship. Those are quick sentences that wrap up what we're doing. But the minute you start talking about empowering women to uncover the beliefs that are keeping them stuck so that they're ready and willing to move forward in their life and in their future, right? There's so many words. We get caught up in the lingo, in like the mumbo jumbo of it all, and we kind of lose track of what does that mean? And is that enough? Would somebody spend $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 on learning how to be empowered? I don't know. But what will being empowered do for them? What is the ultimate transformation? And then they'll probably pay that $1,000, $5,000, whatever your offer is. The second question I want to ask you is, are you clear on the audience? And do they want to solve the problem that you're helping them solve? And are they interested in the vehicle that you're using? And if not, maybe we're not telling them about the vehicle that you're using until they get into the program. So every time you talk about your offer, you want your audience to say, oh my goodness, she gets me. It's like your offer was speaking directly to me. And guess what? A lot of times my offers are speaking directly to them because I've done the market research. I've learned about my audience. I know what's keeping them up at night. And I'm going to create offers that are based on that. A lot of people are skipping that step. They think, oh, I don't have time for market research. I need to make money right now. Well, guess what? If your audience doesn't want what you're offering, you're not going to make any money. So let's figure out whether or not they even want it. Now, sometimes we have to show them why they need it. And the way I like to do that is I like to talk about the symptoms that they're seeing in their own lives that show exactly why they need this, right? Because when we talk about tangible things that they can touch and understand, they're much more likely to buy into what you're offering. So instead of talking about, I help women become empowered, we might talk about symptoms that they have, like never being listened to at work, or they're not speaking up for themselves, or they're being mistreated in relationships over and over and over. There's a pattern of people lacking respect, and they're tired of it. They're ready to be seen and heard and valued for all that they bring to the table. They're ready to not be overlooked at their job for promotion, right? And so we're just talking about symptoms that they can tangibly say, she gets me. Oh my God, that's exactly what's happening for me. And once you've identified these symptoms, my question is, are you talking about them? Are you talking about them in your social media and in your newsletters leading up to the invitation to your launch? Are you discussing and agitating and bringing up their fears and their frustrations, symptoms, their vision? Are you bringing this up ahead of time so that by the time they hear your offer, they're already quite agitated about where things are right now in their life or in their business or in their health, and they're ready for that next step? And finally, you want to make sure you're aware of the objections that are naturally going to come up when people hear your offer. And better yet, not only being aware of those objections, but speaking to them directly in your content before they hear your offer, speaking to it directly in your offer, speaking to it directly on the sales page so that you're overcoming that objection before they even hear your offer. So these are things that we need to think about when we're looking at what we're putting out there and what we're trying to sell, and making sure, number one, we're clear what we're trying to sell. Number two, that the people we're trying to sell to know that they have the problem and they want to resolve it. And number three, what are some objections that they're going to have that we can overcome with our content before they even hit the offer? The last thing I want to bring up is your price. So pricing can be a very tricky thing, but I want you to ask yourself, is your price point matching the audience you're trying to sell to? Because I don't know about you, but I would rather sell $500 offers than, one $3,000 offer, right? And so what do your people want to pay? What are they willing to pay? And is your price point or your payment plan reflective of the person that you're trying to attract? So if your offer is $5,000 and the only payment plan you have is 2 times 2,500, you might not be reaching the audience who needs you the most. And so get creative around asking for deposits so that your payment plan can be smaller. A lot of times people are willing to put a deposit on a credit card and then they're going to pay their payment plan with cash, right? So get creative around things like that, because again, we want people to buy what you're putting out there. So making sure that the price and the payment plans reflect the people that you're selling to. All right, that's it for now. If you want to grab my free gift, I've got a free gift on how to craft that irresistible offer. Just give me a hand wave or drop me an emoji or send me an email and I'd be happy to send that along to you. All right, everyone. See you next time.